Hey beautiful people, almost daily in my practice, I get asked about protein bars. There are hundreds of them out there and it's confusing knowing which ones are best for your health and don't taste nasty, right? Today I am breaking not only the ingredients and components down to help you choose, but I'm gonna guide you in choosing the best one for your physiology, and you're just not gonna wanna miss this. So hey there, this is Lindy Ford, and our mission here at Lindy Ford Nutrition and Wellness is very simple. It is to reveal the truth about health and nutrition that leads you to greater freedom. So please like this video if you do, subscribe to this channel. It's time to do that. We'd love to have you, and also share this video and follow me on all the social media outlets except for Twitter. Now, I am going to just break down protein bars, and it's at the end, I'm going to give you specific brands of ones and flavors. Now, there are only going to be about 6 of them because this video would go on and on if I gave you every single protein bar that may be good for you, but I'm going to give you ways that you can determine if a protein bar is going to be healthy for you. And one of the top things you need to look for is that the bar is gluten-free. Even if you're not sensitive to gluten, gluten is problematic. Now, not all foods that are labeled gluten-free are healthy for you. I realize that there's a lot of gluten-free junk out there, but you want your bar to be gluten-free because of thyroid implication, gut health, even if you're not sensitive. The other thing that's always a plus, but you may not get it in every bar, is that it has organic or at least non-GMO ingredients. All USDA organic is non-GMO, but not all non-GMO is organic. But both are really nice to have in a bar. Next is to look at what are the ingredients or the constituents of the bar. Number one, of course, is protein. Now, most of these bars are going to have an adequate amount of protein. So it's not how much protein, it's really the type of protein. Nuts are absolutely acceptable if you are not sensitive. Now remember, peanuts are not a nut, they are a legume, though some people can do peanuts. Pea protein, eggs if you're not sensitive, brown rice protein. I would be very cautious when it comes to GI disturbing ingredients like whey protein isolate, milk protein isolate. Be careful with those, beautiful people. Just because a lot of people are sensitive, a lot of people have GI issues, you have to know your body. I can do a little of that, but maybe you can't. What you need to say no to, every single one of you out there, is something called soy protein isolate. One of my favorite bars, the regular bar, doesn't have soy protein isolate, but they just came out with a plant-based one, and all their plant-based bars have soy protein isolate, so I couldn't even mention them on this video. So what is soy protein isolate? It is a highly processed derivative of soybeans. The processing strips the soybean of all of its nutrients. It's cheap, and the real big problem is that 94% of soy grown in the US is GMO, which is problematic, especially to the thyroid. People with thyroid issues definitely need to stay away from soy protein isolate, but probably everyone else too, because it does interfere with thyroid function and it's just not good for your health. So the next thing that we're going to look at are your sweeteners and your net carbs. And remember, net carbs are your total carbs in grams minus your fiber in grams. And that really is dependent on you and your physiology. So if you're insulin resistant, if you have prediabetes, if you have diabetes, if you have any blood sugar issues like I do, or if you desire weight loss, then you need to go with a bar that is going to be a lower glycemic bar. That means that it has less net carb. But any of the physiologies out there really need to stay away from the artificial sweeteners like sucralose and aspartame. And unfortunately, they sneak their little selves into many of these bars. So just be so careful. So if you do have blood sugar issues and you want to lose weight, good low glycemic sweeteners for you would be like stevia or steviol glycosides, monk fruit, and my absolute favorite, which is organic erythritol. Now, erythritol is controversial. I know some call it an artificial sweetener. I don't. You always want to get it in a non-GMO or organic form. And I love it because I don't think that there's the health problems that the artificial sweeteners bring to the table at all. What happens with any of the sugar alcohols is that most of those carbs, even though they're listed on the label, are not metabolized. And so they don't raise blood sugars, they don't cause weight gain. They're really, really good for people like me who have blood sugar issues. But my favorite one is erythritol, because I don't think erythritol has the GI effects of other ones like sorbitol. I can't even eat sorbitol. It just gives me such GI distress. But you have to know your own body, and you start slow with any of the sugar alcohols. So if you're just starting erythritol for the first time, you don't want to eat a ton of it. You need to get your body used to it. A good rule of thumb for people who do have those blood sugar issues, want to lose weight, is to stick to under 10 net carbs per bar. Now, people who don't have issues with their blood sugars and don't really care about weight loss, they could probably get away with about 20 net carbs per bar, but you really don't want to go above 20 net carbs. So the sweeteners that I'm going to mention next are more glycemic, and they actually can be in a lower carb bar if they're in smaller amounts, but you do need to know how your bar is being sweetened. And they're okay, and they are usually in the higher glycemic bars, and that is dates and honey, brown rice syrup, agave syrup, coconut sugar or nectar, dried oat syrup, and tapioca syrup. Let's see, what's another one? Sugar, brown sugar, cane sugar, maple syrup, those kind of things. So those are all higher glycemic. They're going to raise your blood sugars. They're going to create more of an insulin response, and they're really going to make it harder to lose weight. But they can be in those low glycemic bars. Okay, what you don't want is corn syrup or high fructose corn syrup. So let's talk fiber, right? Always good to have fiber in your bar. And it factors down your glycemic load, like I said, but they're not all created equal, and some are a little bit better than others. Common fibers that you'll see are nuts, tapioca fiber, chicory root, Isomalto-oligosaccharides, acacia fiber, and those types, okay? But some are more, I would say, prebiotic or better for your gut, and that would be like something like chicory root, which is also called inulin. That is a wonderful fiber for your gut, so it's going to be a plus in your bar. The following are a few of my favorite bars. I didn't mention all of them because we'd be here all day, but the first three are ones that would be more appropriate for you with blood sugar issues and if you want some weight loss. And I just wanted to note that these come in all different flavors, so the nutritional profile might change depending on the flavor. But the first one is a company that I love. I really love all of their products, and that is PRIMAL Kitchen. And I love their almond spice bar. This has 8 grams of protein, 7 grams of net carbs, and 2 grams of sugar. The second one is my all-time favorite bar, and I'm not going to stop talking about this until the cows come home. This is the Garden of Life Raw Fit for Weight Loss, and I love the chocolate peanut butter bar. Okay, it's one of the reasons I love it so much is that it has all organic, clean ingredients. Okay, its protein is 14 grams, net carbs are 3 when you factor out your erythritol, because it does have erythritol and it only has 1 gram of sugar. It also has some adaptogens and thermogenic products, which I love for energy, and like green tea. I love that for weight loss, for a little weight loss. Another good bar that I just discovered is called the IQ bar. Peanut butter chip. The protein is 12 grams, net carbs is 3, sugar is 1 gram. It's a great bar as well. Other healthy bars that you can eat that are a little more glycemic, so choose accordingly and choose wisely, is the Aloha chocolate chip cookie dough bar. 14 grams of protein, 15 grams of net carbs, and 5 grams of sugar. Now, once in a while, this is one of the bars I could cross over and get away with. Number 2 is the Rise bar, lemon cashew. Protein is 20 grams, net carbs 16, sugar 13 grams. And then another healthy bar, for if it's for your physiology, is the RX bar chocolate sea salt. Protein would be 12 grams, net carbs 19, sugar 13 grams. I hope that was helpful for you. I'm gonna link a really good link below on other great Lindy's likes that I have found and discovered and will hopefully make your life healthier and better. And thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.